What's poppin', guys? Another episode of Lights Out for you. And this time we're going to have 4 black people because Jahzz0 is going to be joining us a little bit later. Lights only got 20 minutes, so we are going to be moving this thing long. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got time for the long strokes, baby. This is what we call a quickie. Cosmos, how you doing?
Like
I'm doing great. How you doing, Light?
It's like 3.5 blacks, but like, you know, whatever. I'm good, man. I'm alive. I look tired. I look stressed.
Look stressed? Now, may I ask why you're stressed?
Always.
Has somebody been stressing you out, perhaps?
Oh, yeah, yo. Fuck that nigga Clive, bro.
Oh, dang. What Clive do?
All right, yo, Clive pissed me off. For you guys who don't know, Clive is my boy from Connecticut. He plays Sora. He goes to tournaments. We go to a lot of tournaments together. He even screwed me over low key because like I've been trying to practice a lot before Collision. And basically, long story short, I was like, hey, let's play this day. He's like, bet. Doesn't show up. He said, and then our weekly was on Monday, and I was like, all right, yo, let's pull up to the weekly. He's like, bet, let's pull up to the weekly. We walk a trail together, and then after the trail, he's like, you actually just want to practice? I'm like, not really. He's like, I really rather just practice. I'm like, fine, we'll practice. And then I'm like, all right, meet me at my house. He texts me like 10 minutes later. He's like, actually, can we do it at my house? I'm like, bet, let me know when you're ready. 2 hours later, when are we, like, yo, are we doing this? He's like, I'll be ready in like 45 minutes. I'm like, I'm not going to your house, bro. Like, it's been 3 hours. We could have been done practicing by now, right? And then the next day, we finally practice. And now today comes. He said to make up with me for Monday, we were going to drive to New York today to go to Encore to practice. I've gotten no damn phone call or text message. I don't think we're going to New York today, boys. So I've just been getting... I've been getting cucked with every training session I'm trying to have, which, by the way, it's not easy to hold a training session nowadays because, you know, 95% of people around you quit, you know? So, like,
like, why are you putting your hand up as if you quit, as if you even played the game?
Yeah, that was mad disrespectful, but go on.
No. Well, first of all, let's not do that, okay? Because Big Phil got stripes in games y'all niggas couldn't hang in. All right, let's end that. Anyway, with that said, I was just going to play devil's advocate for Clive and say, why don't you just drive yourself to the events?
I knew you were going to say that.
I'm just saying.
Shit. I knew you were going to say that shit. That's not the point of this. For one, I was going to drive myself to the weekly on Monday. Okay. The only reason I didn't go was because he said he'd rather just practice with me. So I said, fine, we'll do that. Okay. And I'm not driving today because that's not the point. The point is he was supposed to be driving. He said that he would take me to New York. Also, that's an 1.5-hour drive for me.
I'm not driving today because that's not the point.
It's not the point, bro. It's really not. He said that he was going to take me and we were going to do this. So also, I'm not driving an 1.5 to New York for a weekly, bro. I'm not doing that. Like,
okay, that's fair.
It would only be an hour drive for him because he lives closer than I do. I don't want to hear it.
All right. Well, you know what I want to hear? I want to hear from our guest, Jahzz0, because I'm very excited to bring him on. So let me add him and tell him to join up in the call. Get him in here. Oh, that was frame 1. Damn. This is the only nigga I know who's punctual.
Oh my God, that light. Jesus.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. That's like,
how you doing, Jahzz0?
What's up?
You got to give Light some of that light, bro.
Yeah, that
I got you, bro.
Can you actually turn on a light? That's actually a good question.
Why is he always dark?
Because, bro, like, I don't want the light on. Yeah, I don't pay the electric bill in my house, do you?
Okay, buddy.
You don't know you don't want to know how much my electric bill is. You'd be mad.
Yeah, probably 39 cents. You live in fucking Mexico.
62 cents.
Put some respect on my electric bill. All right, don't say 39 cents. All right, it's like $39 every 2 months.
We're lucky that shit's even on right now. Honestly, Anyway,
you could have paid the bill and it still would have went out.
I have fire incident.
Nah, Cap. Jahzz0, how you doing, buddy? What's up? Welcome to Lights Out. We're happy to have you. You know, I'm glad were available because our schedules are always really, really trash. So I'm glad you're able to work with us. True.
Yeah, no, like real shit. Honestly, I was very lucky to be available today as I was because I got everything I needed to do before Collision. I'm flying out to that as well. So yeah.
Wait. You're not bailing on Collision?
Hell no.
That's like the trend of everybody, isn't it? Like everyone's just bailing on Collision. It went from like a S tier to like a B+.
Well, like in light of me making 7th place to Supernova, I decided to myself, like, whether or not it becomes a major or like all the events I'm planning on going to, I am going to, no exceptions, because like not making top 50 really pissed me off. Like so yeah.
Did you last minute sign up for Collision? Have you been on it?
I've last minute signed up for it. Like honestly, it was just like I hit up the TOs. I was like, "Yo, last minute though." They're like, "Nope."
I see you. You got.
I'm going.
Do you guys actually think Crepe Salee is going?
Yeah, Crepe Salee is going.
Why?
Wait, since we have 4 black guys here, is Crepe Salee black?
Pretty sure.
I'm just asking, is he like black or is he like some type of Spanish?
He might be mixed.
He's probably black, but like the word nigga wouldn't sound right coming out his mouth.
Absolutely not.
I agree. We can concur with that one.
Like that, and there's definitely like there's tiers of black, right? And I know that's crazy coming from me, but like there is.
I mean, there's like tiers of black, but then there's also tiers of nigga.
Crepe Salee, forgive me, bro, but like the only time I ever really met him was, or like briefly spoke to him, was at the Coinbox IRL that happened last year, and like we didn't really talk that much. So honestly, you're barking up the wrong tree with getting the answer from me.
Well, actually, yeah, Crepe Salee just actually doesn't speak a lot. I feel like, and if he does, he's probably just speaking French. You know, he seems like he's the type to only be comfortable speaking to.
What if
like
he
his
said
friends.
"wee nigga"?
No, that's what Tweak says.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You guys wonder why I retired. Somebody's got an audio clip. Don't leave it. I'm not going to say anything else.
It's me.
It was late all along.
But yeah, you are the 7th seed, which I want to. No, you're the 6th seed.
Hold on, let me put it on screen. Let me put it on screen. I'll put the screen.
Yeah, I could post it in the chat.
Go ahead.
I actually want to ask you, Jahzz0, because I don't know your history with Omega, but what's that record looking like? Do you think he should be higher seeded than you?
Okay, so that's a complicated one because in region he's always seated above me. He usually always beats me. As a matter of fact, the last time we fought, which was a ranked event, by the way, as I recall correctly, was my 100th loss to that guy. So like,
100.
Damn, nigga.
Yeah, no, we play. No, we play all the time. Don't get me wrong. I have been winning sets and I have been fighting back, but he was the first bracket demon, like the very first, before I had to deal with those Sonics and those Game & Watches. Like he was the very first. So him seated over me for this event is also complicated because in light of him making top 50 just recently, it makes sense that he will be seated over me. I actually, the only reason why I'm seated so high again is the aforementioned Supernova's 7th place. So honestly, it's very, you could have him and I in either spot. It doesn't really matter. It's really weird.
Okay, that makes sense. I think it's very interesting because, you know, a lot of people are probably sleeping on this event due to the fact that, you know, a lot of people dropped out. But the thing about New York and Atlanta is that I'd actually say New York and Atlanta are like the 2 stronger regions in the US, you know, the ones that or Tri-State Atlanta, they're the 2 regions that tend to have a lot of sleepers. So it's weird that Cola's not showing up, but other than that, we have like Teaser, we have you, we have Omega. So we have a lot of people, and we might see some pretty good Tri-State versus like Atlanta fights. It's gonna be really nice to see.
I have some light to shed on that, right? And again, I love you, Teaser. This is no shade at all, right? I was super surprised to see Teaser sign up, right? I got a story to share, y'all, right? Uh-oh. So again, Teaser was the 2nd bracket demon, right? But then eventually I became his bracket demon and he just never showed up anymore. So like even like big events until I want to say Low Tide City 2 years ago. And now I see him like going to Collision was a very big shock to me. So like good to see him, but holy fuck, where the hell have you been?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too when I was looking at the seating. I was like, I remember like this guy Teaser was climbing up the ranks, then just dipped, disappeared, then came back briefly again and just disappeared again. And now he's like, I'm just like, what? I was like, all right, Teaser, you got it, bro. He literally is just teasing people. Like this dude is not consistent with shit.
He woman pleasing, huh?
Is that what? Jahzz0?
Teaser woman. We call him Teaser woman pleaser.
Okay, Teaser woman pleaser.
Yeah,
I don't know what's
5 black guys.
What's up,
5 black guys.
Bro, aren't you on Tekken right now? I was just watching your stream.
It's too late. It's too late.
Wait, bro.
Too late.
Wait.
It's too late.
He loves it. Yeah, that's my roommate. In case you guys didn't know.
Teaser, woman pleaser.
Yeah,
I was just watching this nigga stream on Tekken. He was just like,
Jahzz0, you okay? Jahzz0, all right. I gotta talk to you, Jahzz0, because I think you are a very interesting case study. Okay, because you have all of the like you have the mannerisms of like a Carlton Banks from like Fresh Prince, but like inside you too, you really just got some like you know what I'm saying, some Tyrese from Baby Boy shit. You know what I'm saying? You got some nigga in you, like for real, for real. So my question to you is, clearly you have a very, I would say, solid upbringing, okay? But you be in them streets too on the low? What's up with you, Jahzz0? And let me, who is it? Who's that? What's the name behind Jahzz0? Is it Jamal? Is it Jaquise? What is it?
All right, so actually, I'm glad to talk about that. Jahzz0 is a play on my middle name. My middle name is actually Jahzz0.
Okay,
And,
that's black.
So black.
That's black. That's a nigga. That's a nigga.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
That's
Wait,
black.
before you go on, do you guys have really black middle names?
No, I have an African middle name.
Okay, what is it?
Yeah.
The Bedici.
Damn.
Nigga, I thought that was Italian. What the fuck?
I think this nigga just cursed me. What?
I used to be in high school and tell people that that's my middle name and say that it's Japanese. So I say I'm 10% Japanese.
Ooh.
What about you, Phil?
No, my parents really wanted to give me a shot at getting like called back for job interviews. I'm not even kidding. They gave me a very white middle name. It's Edwin. I'm not even kidding.
You did
It's Edwin.
Phil Edwin? That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
If it makes you feel any better, my other middle name is Xavier.
That's still
Okay, that's passable.
pretty
yeah,
black,
that's
though.
possible.
Yeah, that's pretty
Is it
black.
though? Is it though?
My middle name is Tyrese.
Damn.
and you know, bro, I grew up in the ghetto pretty much, and it was so ghetto that niggas were saying in 5th grade that when I go to middle school that I should just say my name is Tyrese.
That's fair.
Low-key setting you up, bro.
No, literally was.
So
But,
we can
go on what you're saying.
Yeah, go ahead, Jahzz. We could all relate to where we're about to go, I'm sure.
So this is gonna be shocking to all of you guys, right? I'm Jamaican,
Okay.
right?
Oh,
So yeah, I'm Jamaican, actually.
Miguaguan, brethren.
Unfortunately,
What are you saying?
okay. So the funny thing is like my family is about what you would expect from a black family and from Atlanta, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was always the odd one out because like I would surround myself with a lot of like I would diversify the people who I'm like talking to, as well as the fact that I go to like a lot of like performing arts high schools, as well as I just did a lot of shit. So really, the start of me embracing myself was kind of the start of the community, because honestly, I was a head ass. Like even at the start, right? You guys never saw that part of me. I was like very like up everybody's ass, trying to people please and shit like that. And also like, of course, I like to say that like talking proper is a part of me, but I would do that as a front. Now I just do it whenever I feel like I just need to do it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't like to overextend myself with needless shit like how I would do it like in the beginning of high school to
You know what
like
that sounds like?
graduation. What's up?
That sounds like, and I know black people know how this feels, when y'all have to, when you see a white person and you're alone and you have to give them just to make them know you a safe black nigga.
The code switch. Code switch.
Like, yeah, you gotta give the smiles so you know. Like, that's how you're making it sound, Jahzz0. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, but that's fair, because this wouldn't be the first time I would hear that either. But yeah, as I said before, I'm Jamaican. My family's like from here as well as in New York. That's where most of my Jamaican side of my family is. Which is why you can't really. I don't really have any of that dialect. I don't have that. I can listen to it. I just can't speak it. You ever have that when you speak you can hear a language but you can't speak it?
Yeah,
All the
sorry, I'm
time.
just delayed a little bit. So you understand patois?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's.
That's
I can't
amazing.
imagine you ever speak in patois, bro.
That'd be great. It'd be like the most cleaned up, dialed in version you've ever heard in your life.
I'm trying to see Jahzz0 in his prime with beef patty in one hand and bag juice in the
Dude,
other.
beef patties are fucking goated, okay? That's some of the best shit you'll ever eat, I swear.
Have you been to Jamaica?
3 times.
How was it?
Okay, I have mixed stories about Jamaica, right? Okay, so the first time it was at the resort, right? And I actually really liked it over there, and I had very random, but I had the best grilled cheese sandwich I've ever had at that hotel. But other than that, I also got to meet my grandfather, who lives in Jamaica as well. He moves from place to place. Now, the second and third visit, and let me talk about the third visit. I'll make it brief. My grandma and my grandfather lived there, right?
Okay.
My grandmother lives at a village, right? And it's not even like a kept village. It's a very, very broken down ass village. And it's very, I had to like take a shower with actual buckets, like with cold water of buckets, right? And like, that's just to set the stage, right? That wasn't the big problem, right?
Well, this is why they tell you to stay on the resort, but go ahead, keep going.
Yeah. The problem is that while I'm at Jamaica going to sleep at that village, we would occasionally be woken up by some gunshots. You guys, listen, y'all, Jamaica is as dangerous as everyone makes it out to be. This shit it's very real. I love Jamaica, but damn, please stay safe, because I would occasionally wake up to that, right? And then I would go to my grandfather's side, right? Which they don't know each other like that. They just happen to live in the same place. My grandfather lives on the mountains, right? And I have a fear of heights, so it was already pretty bad enough, right? And most houses and like villages in Jamaica, right? They have like gates, right? Because again, that's how dangerous it is. They're all pretty gated. Not this one. We're in the mountain. There's not really much that people there. There would be this mountain dog that would occasionally visit by the house. There was a mouse on the floor, and I would bring that up to my grandfather. I was like, "Hey, there's a mouse there," and he's like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, we'll take care of it." That's normal. That shit's normal. So like I was super terrified of the heights, the mouse running around, and on top of that, just roosters fucking everywhere in the morning. And that shit made me feel so miserable.
Are they like procreating, or just, you mean like everywhere in general?
What?
You said roosters smashing everywhere. Okay, never mind. My bad.
Brother.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Yeah, that's my experience.
We've definitely veered off topic very much, but that was amazing. You need a one-man show, bro.
Yes.
But I just want to ask, because I don't have a lot more time left on the episode. We talked about your position in Collision. How are you feeling about Collision?
I think I could win it. I think I could have won it even if the top players didn't drop out.
Of course.
Like,
damn,
honestly,
what getting 7th at Supernova does to a nigga's confidence. I like that, Jahzz0.
I'm not gonna lie.
If you could what Steve does.
Real.
If you could make top 8 at a P tier like Supernova, you pretty much already won majors. Like, at least like on the smaller side. Okay. And on top of that, like with the people that I actually seen signed up, even the people I've lost to, you included, I feel like I could win.
Have you ever beaten Light?
I've never beaten Light, but it's mostly game 5s pretty much all the fucking time. And like with the exception of like, I want to say let's make Luminosity makes big moves.
We've played 3 times, I think, and then we played 4 times. Yeah, we played 4 times, and every one of them was game 5, except for Let's Make Moves, and I was in a power trip during Let's Make Moves. Like, I was playing different. Bro, I remember when I beat you at Let's Make Moves. There are 2 key things that I remember about playing you. The first time was at Let's Make Moves when I beat you, and you were streaming it from behind, and I played so well that set. After I beat you, you just were like, damn.
Yeah.
And then I remember because I look back at it at Cavalier Clash. It was game 5, and I played very fucking clean, and you had me in disadvantage state, and I just came from full screen fast fell and just grabbed you, and you were like, what?
Wow. Yeah. I remember that specifically. Like, I was genuinely flabbergasted by how that interaction played out, and like I feel like that you've beaten me with higher sec, like with like better tech counts and luminosity, but I think that you've never beaten me harder in a game than that game 5.
I don't know. I know I have to play. There's a certain factor where it's like some people will beat some people because they sleep on them, but I already know how polarizing and versatile like Ken versus Fox can be. So like I try my best never to sleep on you when I play you, because I just know like if I like get a little egotistical, which for people who obviously some of you know this, some of you don't, your ego definitely gets involved. You know, like we say like some people are egotistical or not. It definitely comes into play in some sets. But like I try not to get too egotistical like when I'm smothering Ken, because if you get too egotistical, they can make a 3-stock comeback if you can't kill them. So like I try to be very ready every time I fight you. And I've been fortunate enough to say that every time I've played you, I've been playing well, which is not a normal thing for me.
He never says that, by the way. That's like the highest compliment you could get.
And I've also got,
that.
yeah, I mean, it's always been game 5 for a reason. Like, I really don't think the way the matchup is and the way that like most of you guys play it, because you guys play super grounded, I don't think I'd be able to do like beat Ken mains or Ryu mains like on like even like slightly off. I have to be playing my best or not like play at all. It's like really
the
hard.
matchup is kind of rough for Fox, and like you're the only Fox to take even like games off of me. Like I can only remember like probably. Okay, besides you, there's also... Is it Pasariman?
Yeah, Pasariman.
Yeah. Or Kaminade?
Oh, I fought one of them. I can't remember. That was years ago.
Don't be racist, Jahzz0. You got to know which one it is.
No, like, here's the thing, right? Because like the Kakaribi run, even my notable wins were all a blur because I could not remember because that was the first one.
Kakaribi is what someone's saying in chat.
Okay, so it was Kananabe. And I like Kananabe. No, it was game 5. He was the only other Fox to beat me. But to be fair, like I felt like I didn't play you enough or play Foxes enough to really get good at the matchup at that time. So I think nowadays it would be different. But yeah, I appreciate that a lot, like because like again, you're kind of one of the people I want to consistently be able to beat. But the fact that you're able to do it in a really, I want to say, is a bad matchup for you. I'm gonna give you props. I appreciate that.
I appreciate that as well, man. It is not an easy matchup. I do think Ken wins, but I don't think when you're in disadvantage state, it is easy on your side.
Yeah. That's just a Ken weakness.
I want you to give, I know you have to go light, but I want Jahzz0 to just give one piece of advice to you real quick, okay? Can you please tell Light the secret to being goated online and offline? Because you play a lot of Wi-Fi and your results are still good offline.
Called auto turnaround.
He has been struggling with that. Is it just auto turnaround? Is it the character? What is the secret? Help out our friend.
Okay, so no, I'll tell you this, right? Auto turnaround is a very good mechanic for Ken. It's not that great on Wi-Fi because of the fact that like I have to deal with cross-ups while doing inputs at the same time while on delay. That's not it. Really? Light, I'm going to tell you this right now, as scummy as it sounds, please take advantage of your safe, of just using that Nair. Listen, your Nair is low-key safer than mine, and I just literally just play on, like, I have 2, like, different playstyles, offline and online, and my online playstyle revolved around me playing with the Nair and also just playing a lot more with Punish, because you honestly can't get much started else with Ken, and I would like to think that, like, opening up your opponent, with the exception of dash attack, is kind of similar, because I play...
How do you get better offline from playing online if you're playing with a different playstyle entirely? I'm confused.
I'll tell you how, right? I don't take away the stuff that makes me that looks like just online play. I take away the stuff that I can actually take for example, I fight against Sonics and Wrath every other day. That shit's hell, but like I consistently, like with down B, spin charge, I'm able to spam down tilt, right? And I'm like, okay, that works. That definitely works offline. It works better offline. I'm using preemptive roundhouses, right? But now that gets me like more of a sense of their timing rather than having to rely on my reactions, because I'm not gonna lie, reactions just don't fucking work online. So I'm able to like, I'm able to mix those things up whenever I don't feel confident in my reactions, take what I learned from online, especially from those shit-ass, trash-ass matchups. And I'm like, yeah, sure. It's just, I'm sorry. Like, okay, I see you laughing, but you don't get it. Like, being a Ken main is so hard.
I understand it to some extent. Well, I do have to get going now. I do just have to ask one thing of you guys. Make sure you ask him about the Jahzz0 stare. I need to know about it when I watch back.
Oh, don't worry. It's cute.
Yeah, so definitely ask that question. But you guys have a good rest of the podcast. Sorry if I talk too much. I just wanted to get my part in before I left. But
you're good,
take care. Have a good episode, guys.
Day, bro.
Bye-bye. All right, Jahzz0, are you ready to assume the new spot for Lights Out? Jahzz0's in.
Hey, listen, whoa, I'm here for it, bro. I'm here to take his place permanently. You know what I'm saying?
Go. Now, if you're gonna do that, we got to talk about something that I've always been curious about, and I think I've told you about this before too. Okay. What is with you doing good, win or lose? You win or lose. You're a
I know what you're gonna ask.
Consummate professional. Okay. Let me tell you. So, what's with all that damn hugging, nigga? Stop hugging after games. You're a killer. You're vicious.
Come here.
Listen, me and Cosmos. Me and Cosmos, we from the old school, bro. Okay, we from before niggas got canceled. And all them canceled niggas, they wasn't hugging nobody. Or maybe they was, but that's the problem. But that's besides the point, okay? On this thing, though, anyway, let's bring this shit back. Let's bring this shit back. What is with you and why do you like to hug? What's up with that? You're a very nice guy. What's up with that?
Okay, so at first, I have two reasons, right? At first, it was a way for me to keep my emotions in check because I actually used to be a really bad rager before I joined the Smash community, right? And I would never give my opponents any props, and I realized that's a poison that could be a problem because I could eventually catch myself slipping and just like say something that I know I won't mean, and tomorrow I'll look back and I'll be like, shit, I shouldn't have said or done that. Like me hugging my opponent makes my mind immediately say, oh, hey, they did good. You know, obviously I'm a good player. As a matter of fact, in a good season, I could probably be top 20. But the fact that this person did beat me, better or not, is still something that I have to respect. So I of course hug them just to like keep my emotions in check. Now the second thing though, and this is obvious, right? If it's somebody in region, of course I'm gonna hug them, win or lose. So that's
your homie.
Those are my guys, right? And like I feel like that I'm in a spot now where I know a lot of people in the community a lot more than I did back then. That now I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll give it up. But however, the aforementioned death stare, I still got that killer instinct.
Let me put it on the screen. I want to put it on the screen because that's where I was leading to this. Because you seem like you're a nice guy. You're what the hell? There it is. You're a nice guy. You're well mannered, but nigga, you are scary, bro.
Okay.
Nigga, you are terrifying.
I could explain this death stare, right?
Okay, let's hear it.
So, I actually do this a lot often than people think.
I've noticed that about you, Jahzz0, and that's why I was curious about, like, if this is like, is it based on something specific, or is that you controlling that rage that you said you have? Because you be looking like you ready to just pull out that thing on somebody and just light it up like you back in Jamaica.
Nah, this stare, if you receive this stare from me, in game, I want you dead. Okay. Jeez. No, I'm dead serious.
God damn.
Like like that last stuff. It was a stuff I lost previously, right? Before that was during the game 5. I remember specifically that Raffalo fell out of my Shoryuken that would have killed otherwise if he didn't fall out. Okay. So I was already pissed off, and on top of that, I died for it, right? I came back, he whipped the grab. I was like, oh nah, fuck that. I kill him for it. That's when I gave him the look. I was like, yeah, I want you dead. And like, I do this a lot more often than you guys think. I did it with Ouch going up at Canada. I did it with some people in my own region. I do it a lot. But this is the first time that people actually saw it and called it out. And I wasn't really like meaning to make attention from it. but it did, so...
I think, you know what I'm noticing, Jahzz0, and this is why, this is something I appreciate. I think you're becoming a really big personality in the scene that people are appreciating because you have some of the clutchest gameplay, as we've seen. You have some of the best pop-offs, as we've seen. Like, you're just a very, you have a lot of positive aura about you. I think that's great, Jahzz0. I don't want you dead, Jahzz0. I want you to succeed in the game.
In game.
There we go. In game. I like that, Jahzz0. I think you got a bright future, kid.
No, I appreciate that. Like especially in light with what happened with. Again, I don't want to.
You want to talk about it? You were a part of it. You can talk about it.
Yeah, like that whole Onin situation was a mess.
Okay.
And like I feel like that it was after that point where like, of course, like. I'm never going to change who I am. I'm always going to be who I am. And if being who I am and also like putting my values out in the ether kind of changes the mentality and the space that we are in the Smash community, especially the Smash community, then like I'm not going to change shit. You know, I feel like that if you dislike seeing gameplay on the screen, that's fair enough, but you should always respect people, like the people who are on that stage, you know. Of course, there are always going to be bad apples, but like Onin, Sonic players, you know, Game & Watch players, none of them are bad apples. I feel like that they're all very respectable competitors that pick like just good options. First being the CSS, the first being that. But yeah, I feel like that if being positive it already does something for me, but I'm down to like have that like be spread to the community somehow, just to make it a better place.
Okay. You know what? I think that's a very positive, mature, and uplifting way to speak. Which is why this next thing I'm about to put on screen is so confusing, Jahzz0. And our friend Cosmos actually provided this piece of intel for me last week.
I watched it.
Can you explain this tweet? I don't care anymore. I'll turn a blind eye if Steve was taken out back, shot deader. Then the Wayne family got shot and left unburied for the beast and insects to eat the corpse, then piss on it. Ban Steve.
Now, I want to preface and say, I think this is this should be a generational Smash Ultimate tweet. I think this was peak narrative wording, bro. So, especially
amazing.
The piss on it at the end, it was chef's kiss. I just need an explanation because you switched up 180 right after that. I need an explanation.
Look, curious. I could explain that, and it's very logical and it's very understandable, right? Okay. I respect my competitors, but I can separate that from the hate towards the characters in the game. Fuck Steve, fuck Sonic, fuck Game & Watch, fuck Pac-Man, and fuck Diddy Kong. You know what? Tweak is gone, and that's sad, but I never have to deal with him ever again. That shit is fucking awful. Fuck these characters in this game, actually. Not like honestly. But here's the thing, right? And the reason why I made that tweet, the aforementioned Wi-Fi tournaments. This is around the time when Onin went as Trunks as an anonymous account on Steve, and having to and I would beat Trunks and then I would lose to Trunks over and over and over again. And on top of that, I'll have to fight against Manny. I'll have to fight against Sergeant Hamilton, who plays on box, by the way, which I think that shit is fucking cheap. Steve is such a fucking problematic ass character, and I'm standing by that the character should definitely be banned. But as long as the option is still available, I can't hate on my opponent for choosing him. He's the best character for a reason. You know what I mean? I could definitely distinct those two. Fuck Steve all I want. Sorry, wait, what? Fuck Steve.
You're letting the intrusive thoughts win.
Now I see where it all stems from. Now it all makes sense. It all makes sense. You want him, but you can't have him. So you're like, get this motherfucker out the game.
Oh,
forget. I had said in that last statement. That was a slip. Anyways, but it's funny you say that. Y'all guys wouldn't be ready for the Jahzz0 Steve. I'm never gonna give it to y'all. I'm deciding to spare y'all.
I don't know. People have said that, like, oh, I'll just pick up Steve. And like the Buzz, I love the Buzz. His Steve wasn't it. And he put effort into that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't think everybody could pilot that character. It's just not, you know what I'm saying? It ain't for everybody, Jahzz0. You're a fighting character. You should stick to your Kazi. Your Kazi is all right. It's making some moves.
Oh, so you saw that, huh?
Nigga, you were in my tournament.
Oh, wait, shit, that's right. Okay, you know what I thought you were talking about? There was a tournament that happened 2 days ago. Another TR takedown. Shout out to Mellow Bunny. I'm so sorry, Spargo, but I went Kazuya on Spargo's plants, and I had beaten him.
Oh, you beat him? W.
Yeah,
Take that shirt off, Cosmos.
Huh?
Take that shirt off. You got a Spargo shirt on. I see it.
The best of the West, because I beat him at best of the West.
Oh, good shit. You know what? You got that. But yeah, I've been playing Kazuya a little bit recently. Here's the thing that no one will ever talk about, because literally, why would anybody? Ken Piranha Plant fucking sucks. I actually do not like that matchup at all. As soon as I heard that Spargo won a major with Plant, I literally said to myself, okay, let's lock in with Kazuya a little bit more, because I don't want to have to get matchup checked by him at a major. And literally, I could just play the character that invalidates him.
Damn.
And on top of that, having Kazuya available gives me more stages to play on, too.
See, you're taking competition. See, Jahzz0, I'm investing in Jahzz0 stocks early. Okay? I was already a fan, and now you're just continuing to deliver. You got a bright future, kid, and I'm glad you took the time to come on Lights Out. Do you have anything you'd like to say to the adoring people watching on the best Smash podcast ever?
Okay, so I do have something to say, right? listen, y'all guys are truly amazing. I recognize a lot of y'all names in the chat room specifically. Like especially you, Aegis. You're like a very regular in my stream. But like y'all guys have been really turning up with the support, and also I really appreciate you guys supporting me joining the show. This is actually really a lot more fun than I thought it was originally going to be, which is already a lot of fun. You know what I mean? You guys kind of literally make everything happen. It's not just us.
That's right. It's real shit. It's real talk. It's a real nigga right there. My boy Jahzz0. Go ahead.
Cosmos. When am I gonna see you again, bro?
That's a good question, bro.
Very good question. I've been asking that for a couple months.
Bro, you saw me last month. What are you talking about?
We're not getting into that.
All right. You saw me last month. I am sorry. I do wish I was able to hang out with you more, but you did see me. Don't say you didn't see me. I wish we did get to hang out more. But other than that, I was planning on going to Riptide, but I'm not sure about that anymore. I have to see I don't even know what other events are happening after Riptide. I know Port Priority is happening, so I might end up going to that. Moose Miami. Yeah, right. So I might go to that actually because Florida's pretty close to me in Mexico. The flight to that is not so expensive. So I actually might end up going to that. Do you know, is that in October or in November?
I think that's
October. The week or two before Halloween.
Yeah, it's October, and I hate
that week.
And I know that for a fact because I only know that for a fact because I'm going to be in Japan for a whole month in November. So I already had everything planned out. So
what the heck? When did that happen?
Oh, so again, not getting top 50 this season, especially because I couldn't show up to shit, really pissed me off. So I hit up somebody who helped me figure out and understand the algorithm. And they basically said that, oh, you should low-key go to one event out of the country, right? And I was like, okay, Kakadibi this November. But there's also a Smabata that's happening in November, and I've been to Japan 4 times already. I think I could probably stay there for a month at this point.
Damn, nigga, your parents rich or something?
No, my mom's a flight attendant.
Yeah. W benefits. W benefits for the family. Shout out to flight attendants. They do a great job.
And of course, there is my sponsor. Shout out to Detonate, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to Detonate. Didn't you DM me like a year ago? Like, hey, I need a sponsor. I'm about to quit.
Yeah, I was okay.
Depressed ass nigga.
I was this close to quitting, but then what happened was, I got top 50. Again, this keeps on coming up. But like I got top 50 and I was like, okay, so events will probably start inviting me out. Little did I know that I would get screwed in the end over it because of it. But interest still sustained for me to be able to get the sponsor that I did. So like I am very lucky to have this sponsor, especially with, again, the climate of the game not being at the best spot for sponsors. But yeah, I gotta count my blessings. Detonate's amazing.
W. Well, thank you, Jahzz0, for joining us. It was a peak episode, and I look forward to seeing you at the next. Are you going to Riptide?
Yep, you're going to see me at everything in the U.S. besides Port.
Okay, I will be at Riptide for undisclosed reasons, but I look forward to seeing you, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with us.
No problem. Bye, everyone.
Say, go ahead. Can I get it one time? Can I get a peace, nigga?
Peace, nigga.
Yeah, there it is. I knew I could get him to say it. That was great. That was great. Also, that actually brought up an interesting point that somebody in the chat made, Cosmos. Maybe Big Boss's mother is also a flight attendant.
Why? Because he be going every... Oh, Big Boss. No, because I thought you meant Big D, but yeah, Big Boss. Big Boss be doing it. Everywhere,
right? What if that's the connection?
Bro, his entire family has to own an airline or something. Everywhere.
Mr.
I need
Worldwide.
answers.
We do need answers. And I'll tell you what, sometimes you need answers and you don't know where to turn. You don't know who has the answers to this crazy supernova that we call life. But Cosmos, do you have an idea who might actually have the answers?
I do. And honestly, I really need to talk to them and get some answers because I feel like they would help me a lot getting these answers. And you can do that with BetterHelp.
You're damn right you can do it with BetterHelp. Let me tell you something. You don't want to be on a crash dummy, a crash out mission like our boy Jahzz0. Okay, he got it together, but that doesn't mean you will. So in the case when you're having those feelings of going off the rails, let me talk to you about my friends here at BetterHelp because this episode is powered by our friends at BetterHelp. We all know these days it feels like, you know what I'm saying? There's advice for everything. There's solutions to things. You do the cold plunges and gratitude journal, screen detox, all that dumb shit. But you don't need that. The internet and information overload about mental health and wellness, it can be a struggle. And you got to take actions these days, okay? Now, from my personal experience, BetterHelp has stopped me from doing some rather terrible things, okay? To myself, not necessarily to others. But if you have those feelings, I'm not here to judge. I'm here to help. And so is BetterHelp, okay? If you've benefited from therapy, then it is time for you to let others know why it's such a positive learning experience to help with those coping skills, how to set those boundaries, get empowered to become the best version of yourself. And if you experience that major trauma, well, lucky for you, we got a couple sessions to hand right out to you, baby, because with over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. The app has a 4.9 out of 5 ratings. And that's based on 1.7 client reviews. They can't all be bots. It's just too convenient. You can join a session with a therapist at one click, okay? Just one click. Now remember, as the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. And if you're a listener here on Lights Out, you get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/LightsOut. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/LightsOut. Don't shoot your shot.
That was pretty solid. That was very solid. Outside of the fact that you said that there was 1.7 people that reviewed the website.
I said 1.7 million.
you did not say the million. I can tell you that.
Well, shit. All right. Well, that's what I said.
Maybe you need better help, bro.
That's true. I'm an idiot. Oh, I said 1.7 people. That doesn't even make any sense. You can't have 0.7 of a person. So what do you got playing, Cosmos?
I mean, wait, are we still on the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We have to fill at least another 10 minutes.
Yeah, I got a lot going on. I got a lot of videos to be made. I have actually a lot of sponsors to do for videos in the next couple of weeks. So I think
Can you get me some sponsors for the podcast? My well's drying out.
Because they're all gacha games, unfortunately. So you have to have, unless we're talking about gacha games on the podcast, then
we could dedicate a 5-minute segment.
I don't know, 5 minutes. But I can try to work some magic. I can try to work some magic. All the sponsors I work with though they're all Chinese people. Like quite literally, they're all Chinese because I was born in Japan. All Chinese game. That's. Anyway, I am having a great time doing content. I've been making a lot of videos. I finished a script earlier today. I'm going to finish another recording later today and edit another different video later after that needs to come out tomorrow. And yeah, everything has been going very well for me. Smash has been kind of on the back burner for now because I want to really solidify myself with content, but it's not like I'm quitting Smash or anything. I'm very excited to still go to some terms. I'm very excited for the next Smash game to come out eventually, though I do think that'll be like within like somewhere between 2 to 3 years. So we have a good amount of time for that, in my opinion. Especially, I guess something that we can talk about is I feel even more that way, specifically because after I saw the direct for the Kirby Air Riders game, I saw the direct. I was like, wow, this is literally a Smash direct put for Kirby Air Riders. So I can tell that he's taking this game very, very, very seriously.
Did you see how like the characters are introduced to? It's like Kirby is here. Yeah, it's all Smash centric.
It's like, oh God, bro, we're going to be cooked for a couple of years. It might be 4 years after this because you already know they're about to make this game and granted, it looks incredible. It looks absolutely phenomenal, especially as somebody who really, really loved Kirby Air Riders as a kid. I would play that shit every day for years. I love that game. This game is literally scratching my nostalgia. It's amazing. But on the other hand, it's definitely unfortunate seeing it as a Smash player, understanding that, bro, like, look, Knuckle Joe is here. Like, it's tragic knowing that this is what they would do for Smash. They're putting this budget into Kirby Air Riders because honestly, Sakurai's probably really tired of making Smash. He probably wants a refresher for however long he needs it for. So I feel like this is his refresher. I don't think he's done making Smash, but I think they're gonna make this game like a live service game where it has like a lot of updates for a good amount of time. And that could be years until the next Smash game comes out.
This game, now I didn't get to watch. I watched the highlights afterwards. but this made me realize even more so that I really do think we will get another Smash game, but it's going to be a deluxe of some sort. Because I think Sakurai was like, you know what? I got a little bit left in me. I'm going to give it all to this new Kirby Air Riders game and explain how it's, it's going to be worth your $70. And it's not a Mario Kart World clone or anything like that. It's its own thing. But I also think he's just like, you know what? I'm going to just use the foundation that I already have for Ultimate. Just pan out some changes here, pan out some changes there. Here's a deluxe version for you in a year or two. I don't think we're going to get a completely reloaded Smash, bro. I think we're going to get a deluxe. I think he gave all his effort to Kirby Air Riders, and we're going to get the scraps. That's what I agree.
I 100% agree with that, which is why I don't think we're going to get scraps, which is why I don't think Sakurai is someone that can half-ass a game or anything like that, which is why I think he's not going to do anything Smash related until he's fully content with Kirby Air Riders.
Okay, well, there you go. That's where we are. I don't know how you guys feel about Kirby Air Riders. Me personally, I'm gonna hit up my Nintendo contacts and try and get it for free because this $70 price.
I try to make sure that you get 2 for free.
Oh, gotcha. All right, gotcha. One for both of my personalities. That's
exactly
understandable. I'm fucking crazy. Listen, I know you said Smash is on the back burner, but I did announce something the other day, and I thought I would at least bring it to the podcast attention and make a note of it right there. We're doing another Lights Out tournament, okay? Now, this tournament is September 24th. It's going to be online, 4 p.m. PST. We'll have two streams this time. This prize pool is currently set at $250. However, I have had some people hit me up say, hey, I'd like to add to the prize pool. So there is a chance it probably gets up to like $400 or $500 before it's all said and done, which would be awesome. Now, Steve and Sonic are banned. I want to preference the Sonic ban part is only for my amusement and entertainment. I just don't like watching Sonic online. And, it's my tournament. I can do whatever I want. Steve, I don't care. So that's how I feel about that. But like, here's the thing, Cosmos. I always label these tournaments Lights Out. Nigga, nobody from Lights Out ever shows up but me. Would you? I
did that one time.
You did that one time. Would you care to right now say you'll be entering that tournament on September 24th?
No, I will not be entering that tournament on September 24th.
Okay.
I might be watching the chat though.
Wait, would you want to?
I'll come and commentate top 4 with you.
Done. Okay, Shake. All right, Shake.
Promise.
All right, done. I'll take it. That is good enough for me. I'll take it. Awesome. Do we have predictions on how we think Light's going to do at Collision? By the way,
I think it's gonna be Light Zomba Grand Finals, and I think it's gonna be a reset regardless of what happens. And then I think he's at least gonna get top 2. I don't know who's gonna win the reset because Zomba is definitely like he's in his element as of like I need to figure shit out. Because I remember him, I think he made a tweet after Supernova saying, I'm starting to realize that Rob just can't do it. And typically whenever people make tweets like that, they don't pick up a secondary. They still just do the thing with their main, but try to figure it out with their main. So I feel like he's in his element trying to figure out how to actually be even better now. So that might show up at Collision. Maybe not sure. But I think Light is going to do pretty well. The competition isn't that scary for him. Specifically, not like in general, like there's a lot of good players out that are going, but for him specifically, I feel like he has a lot of leeway and edge over all of the other competitors that are there. The only ones that I feel like would give him a really, really, really hard time would be Zomba, Jahzz0, and Mars. And I feel like pretty much everybody else he just clears.
I think they said Mars actually isn't going anymore.
Then just Jahzz0 and Zomba, bro.
I think we're all safe on that front. I mean, Omega did beat him the last 2 times as well at MomoCon 2 times. So I want to give Omega his due respect there too. But I believe that this will be the tournament that Light can get like a little bit of a, I know he's upset about being number 16. I think this can be a big bounce back tournament for Light.
Yeah.
And he can use a win.
Booster.
Yeah, exactly. He can use a win here to propel himself into Riptide, which is happening the next week or week after.
2 weeks after.
2 weeks after that. So I think this could be really good for Light. I don't think he's going to have any problems with Beast Mode Paul, Crepe Salee. I think he'll beat Omega if they play again. He lost at MomoCon, but he messed him up at Level Up Expo too. So we know Light has the history there. And then Jack will do it. I think he'll be fine. So I'm making a proclamation right here. Next week on Lights Out, we will be opening it up with a confetti pop you know what I'm saying, and some champagne pouring and some smiles, because Light is going to win that B+ tier. I hope it's still B+. Anyway, he's going to win that either B or B+ tier event known as Collision, which we will be watch party both here, YouTube, and Kick. So make sure you pull up for that.
Either he is winning and we're doing the confetti, or next week we might need another BetterHelp sponsor.
That's true, okay? Because let me tell you something. I think there's only so many losses our boy can take before he's just in Minecraft. All right, guys. Well, with that said, please, you didn't hear that, but don't worry. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you to Jahzz0 for being an awesome special guest. And we look forward to talking to you next week when Light tells us how he won the tournament or got 9th. See ya. All right, we're back for another edition of BARRACKS bonus segment. My man, Quagmire Gamer Toilet 495.
Come on, man. You never can get it right.
I'm working on it.
Quagmire Toilet Gaming 45.
There it is. Quagmire Toilet Gamer 45.
Gaming.
I swear by the last segment, maybe I'll have it right.
Yeah,
but memory is not one of my passions, but people have a lot of passion for Smash, and they have a lot of passions outside of Smash. Oftentimes, we'll see people combine them. A lot of good art. We have a lot of talented artists in the Smash community, right? That's how they express their art, their love for the game, right? A lot of good artwork. You do it a little bit differently, though. You do it through sound, through music, if I'm not mistaken. So before we dive into it too deeply, do you have like a snippet you can play so we can kind of hear exactly what you're doing with?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Really?
I can.
Okay. Perfect.
Someone actually played this on HBox's stream.
Of course they did.
Yeah, I could play you a quick little snippet of one of my songs here.
Upbeat. If I'm getting pressure on my shield, then I upbeat. If I'm getting comboed on a reel, then I upbeat. I don't need the damage you gon' deal, I just upbeat. Honestly, I don't care how you feel, I just upbeat. Upbeat, 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 upbeat. If I'm getting pressure on my
yeah, it's just
wow,
cute little Game & Watch song.
So that's crazy to me because it sounds like it's like really well produced. Did you make that song here in this building?
Wow. Come to Band Barracks. I made that song here. If you want to make songs about how carried your main is, or how skilled your main is.
No, you said it right the first time.
I said it right the first time. If you want to make songs about like Fox naring like I did, then come to Band Barracks and record it. DM me on Twitter. I'll get you hooked up.
This guy got it, man.
There
Houston.
You go. Shameless advertising.
Nothing shameless about it, my boy. Just keeping it real. Talk to me a little bit about how this came to be a thing, because you know, people do like to do music in the scene. It'll traditionally just be like something not pertaining to Smash. They just happen to be talented. But you actually kind of mixed that together. How'd that come to be?
So at first I didn't want to because no one outside of Smash understands what the fuck I'm talking about. But I realized that, you know, I want to do what I love doing, and I do love the game. I do think the game is awesome. I do think it's funny. I do think it's fun to poke about it, joke around about it. And I thought, you know what? I love making music. I love Smash. Why don't I make songs about Smash Bros? And what I should have realized earlier is it actually is more popping than my regular songs because it has the attention of a small but mighty community, right? So like a lot of my friends in Houston, they play, like my buddy Salt King, shout out to Salt King again. He always plays my music whenever he's hosting a tournament. I really appreciate him for that. He actually has a mod where my music is in the game. So that's
don't tell
fun.
Nintendo.
Yeah, no. I mean, he's about to get his house raided. No, but yeah, no. Shout out to him. I love making music. Light has heard one of my songs because, you know, Dark, the Fox player, his dad actually made him listen to my Fox song.
Oh, really?
And yeah, the whole hook is just nair, 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 nair. And like the whole song is just about a Fox main complaining that he's not carried.
Yep.
And how he uses nair skillfully. And it's a good song. I like it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I know that I know that Light was forced to listen to that by Dark's dad at one point. I know Meister has listened to the Game & Watch song.
That was catchy.
Yeah, Sonic's listened to my my slow campy song about him, and yeah, Leo has probably heard my Ages song, making fun of his ages. So yeah, I have 2 albums out and probably about like 40 songs of different Smash characters total, and I do plan on making one about every character.
I was gonna say, like at this point, yeah, so you're like 40 in right now, still 40 more to go. Can we expect that finished before a potential new game drops, though?
Ooh.
What's your timeline on it?
So the thing is, I'm doing other things outside of Smash too. Like I'm making a little movie, but it doesn't have to do with Smash Bros.
Okay.
And I'm trying to better my career and I'm trying to meet a girl and all sorts of stuff. So like,
Ladies? I
yeah,
mean,
ladies, please.
There's only like 3 of you who watch, but hey.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but yeah, I am. I don't know if I'll make 40 more songs by the end of the game, but there will be like probably at least like 10, 20 more characters, depending on what happens. Like if this blows up and people really like my music, or if I get to perform my songs at Supernova or something like that, I'll definitely be more encouraged.
Gotcha.
But I feel like as I make more and more songs, the gimmick gets old. People learn the gimmick, they start developing the counterplay, and all of a sudden it's not easy to play Bowser Jr. anymore. So I don't know, but I'd say if it takes up a little bit more, then I'll be encouraged to make more. Yeah, that's
I mean, I think that's amazing. I'd love you to actually I'd actually like you to sit down. Maybe we could make a lights out theme song.
If you would like a theme song, I could 100% make one for you.
I think that'd be kind of crazy. People have told me like you guys need like a good like outro or a good like intro song to just like tie everything together. I think
say no less.
I think I might have the right guy here.
Yeah, say no less. Just give me credit and I'm good.
All right, no doubt about that. I'm giving you credit for everything because these segments would not happen without my man Quagmire Gamer.
Oh, come
Quagmire
on, man.
Toilet Gamer $4.95.
Come on, Quagmire Toilet Gaming 45.
Quagmire Toilet Gaming $4.95.
Oh yeah, now you're just fucking with me.
We're getting closer, chat.
Yeah, bring me to dinner first.
Get this guy out of here. We'll see you for next week's segment.